really want to solve that problem? Take on a bigger problem. Now, is that possible? Is it possible to solve the problem that you've been working on by actually taking on serving others, contributing to others, taking on something so big that solving the problem that you've been working on is just solved in the course of it? I'll give you a quick example here. In 1984, I was writing the 4th edition of Becoming a Master Student, 3rd edition, this book that I wrote. I was working on the 3rd edition and I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it. It wasn't any fun. I couldn't get myself to get up in the morning. I wasn't motivated. I'd lost my interest. I just didn't want to. And every day I'd go to work and I'd sit there and I'd be typing or writing, and it's just like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. But yeah, I kind of felt like I had to, because if I didn't, the book that I had was not going to sell. It wasn't very good, and the company would fold, I was sure. And I just needed a new book, but I didn't like it. So I tried a lot of different techniques to solve the problem, and then finally I realized that I just practiced what I taught. I'd find a bigger problem. A problem that was much bigger than writing the book, and writing the book would be the solution to the bigger problem. That's what I'm recommending you do. Take on a problem so big that you would need to solve that problem to solve this problem, and then that would make this problem look trivial. Which, excuse me for insulting you, but I think your problem is sort of trivial. Now, I know I don't know it, but really, given who you are, given how capable you are, how creative you are, given how competent you are, given how big of a person you are, I think that problem that you've got is a little bit small for you. Really. Now, I know I don't know what it is, so some of you are going to prove me wrong, but then you would just be being antagonistic, and I've asked you to move toward love. But really, I think, given your capability, the problem you're struggling with is a little small. I'm recommending you take on something bigger and solve that problem to solve the bigger problem. Well, anyway, what I did in 1984 is I decided to end starvation on the planet. Single-handedly. No, of course not single-handedly, but I decided that what I'd do was make a dramatic, significant, huge contribution to the end of poverty, abject poverty and hunger on the planet. Like massive contribution. And then I went and talked to my coworkers, and they all agreed. Now all of a sudden, getting the book done was like a snap, because we had something way bigger to do. We were up to something way bigger. And we had to get the book done, because if we didn't get the book done, we wouldn't have any revenue. If we didn't have any revenue, we wouldn't be able to hang together. If we couldn't fund ourselves hanging together, we couldn't make a dramatic, significant, huge contribution to the end of poverty on the planet. And so we just got the book done. And from the book, we were able to fund ourselves, so we only had to work half days. And then the other half a day, we could work toward ending hunger on the planet. And then getting the book done, we could raise a bunch of money, so we could then give away money, give away hundreds of thousands of dollars toward ending hunger on the planet. So could you take on a bigger problem, the taking on of which would solve that problem?